Hello and welcome to the DASCAR Regional Pro Cup Series for your second race of the season here at the South Boston Speedway. This is our second companion race of the schedule, and 10 drivers are going to battle it out for that elusive victory here tonight. Should be a great race. We have a lot of top drivers, and Dylan Young's going to hope to reclaim that victory. The cars are just about ready to go. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Eric Heiden's on the front row for the second week in a row. Zachary Fitzwater to his outside this time. Christian Mizdrak, Dom Capps, and Darnell Matthew round the top 5. Then Isaac Sinclair, Noah Oscarino, Justin Yee, Dylan Young, and Henrietta Fitzwater round out your top 10. Dylan Young's got a ways to go, but he started in the back last time. Let's see what we can do. Green flag racing. The 52 car of Heiden out into the race lead. Great restart for him as he's going to pull away. Fitzwater losing a spot to the outside to Mizdrak. Eric Heiden, the 52, led the first lap of the Daytona event. He's going to do the same here tonight at South Boston. Hopefully tonight will go a little bit better for him. Got involved in some trouble early on in that event. Look at Darnell Matthew in the 85. He started 5th. He's already up to 2nd place. That guy's going like a rocket on track. Great car for that Izod machine. But the Volkswagen of Heiden in the race lead. Going through these turns, Darnell runs it wide, and now Heiden is going to get a huge race lead on the rest of the field as he goes into turn number 3. Oh, we got some trouble on the backstretch. Car over. It's Zachary Fitzwater. Gets clobbered by the 54. Dylan Young involved as well. And that is going to be some trouble. They're stuck on the racetrack. Hopefully they can get those cars started back up. Let's take a look at a replay of what happened. This is from our spectator cam. Dylan Young just gets dumped by Henrietta Fitzwater and nowhere to go for Fitzwater. Sinclair just plows into him, and Justin Yee involved for the second week in a row. We're getting a report that the 59 car of Fitzwater is pulled out of the race. Dylan Young has worked his way back to pit road. Battle on track between Dom Capps and Christian Mizdrak. That's for the 5th place position. Capps is going to steal it on the inside line. Mizdrak, 5th place last week, but was unable to really battle for the race win. Got held up by lap traffic. Lost the draft for the main group. Dom Capps runs it wide as Mizdrak trying to regain that 5th place position. She's running it low underneath. Can the 88 car do anything about it? The 787 to the inside line, driving that Skoda. And Mizdrak's going to steal the spot back. This is the closest battle on the racetrack at the moment. We head up to the front with Eric Heiden, who's still in the race lead. Matthew following close behind. We want to let you know right now about the DASCAR Phillips Cup Series event here at South Boston Speedway. They're going to be running a 2-event weekend. Going to run a sprint event and then a full race. Should be great. Be sure to check that out on the Tasman Dutch channel, home of the DASCAR Phillips Cup Series. And also be sure to check out more DASCAR Regional Pro Cup Series action here on this channel. So that should be a fun thing to watch, that South Boston race. A lot of top-name drivers, and these drivers are all hoping to join them. As Heiden having a great lead. Things are staying pretty stationary in the racetrack as we're closing in on the we're closing in on the halfway point. And look at that, contact with the wall from Eric Heiden. This is going to allow Darnell Matthew to get a huge advantage in his number 85 Izod Citroen. Goes to the inside line, and look at that, Darnell Matthew is going to steal the race lead away. All because Heiden made a slight miscalculation, leaving turn number 2. So a change at the race lead. We want to let you know that Dylan Young is back out on the racetrack in the number 39 machine. He is 5 laps off the pace, I'm pretty sure. That's what I think he's listed as. But Dylan Young, going to hope that some more attrition happens in this event. He's currently looking at a 9th place finish, which is really upsetting considering he dominated last week in Daytona. So that 35-39 car damaged, but not beaten. Isaac Sinclair's worked his way into the top 5 as Noah Oscarino starts losing positions. As you can see, heavy damage to the front of the bank number 54 machine. Made some heavy contact with Zachary Fitzwater, but luckily that car not too damaged. He's going to still be in the race. He's driving a Dodge today in that 54 machine. Led some laps in the last event, hoping to give himself a solid top 5 effort, but Noah Oscarino is just really beating down the back bumper of that 54 machine. But Oscarino's been kind of losing some spots as of late, so he might have a little bit of a handling issue in that number 500 machine, as now he's losing some position. Dom Capps is caught up to him. He's going to try and make a pass. Darnell Matthew out front. He was your pole sitter last week, but ended up getting slowed down by that wreck on, I believe it was lap 2 or 3 from last week. We had another wreck that happened around that time today, but Darnell Matthew was able to be ahead of it. Matthew's got a very fast car. He's been able to pull out a huge gap on Eric Heiden in the 52. Speaking of, Eric Heiden's been complaining about some handling issues in that 52 machine, as now Henrietta Fitzwater has caught up and is trying to make the pass. This is very impressive for Fitzwater, because she started this race dead last and has already worked her way up to the 3rd place position. Now 26 laps are scheduled. This is not a long race. We're already 20 laps in. So to be able to work your way from 10th all the way up to the top 3, that's very impressive for her. But Heiden, you can see the damage on the side of that 52. I think that really hurt him as he runs it high up on the racetrack again. Fitzwater's been able to keep it down toward the bottom as Miztrack is also trying to gain on the 52. Heiden still staying ahead of Fitzwater, but Fitzwater really getting in there on the corners. Heiden's been kind of losing it in parts. Pulls it away there in that turn, but Fitzwater, look at how she keeps it down to the inside line. She's really gaining a lot of ground in the 52. He's getting a lot of momentum to the outside line, though. But look at that, just reeling him in with only a couple laps to go. Fitzwater, she's got an opening. She's going to go for it. Underneath, Henrietta Fitzwater in the 91. She's going to get by for 2nd place. Fitzwater is going to steal one of the top spots. Now we only have a couple laps to go. Matthew in car number 85 has been dominant. He's lapped Dylan Young in the 39 machine. We thought maybe Dylan Young's lap traffic would have been a problem. Not for Darnell Matthew. He was able to get by with ease. Had the pole last week. Could have maybe competed for that victory, but ended up getting held up by that wreck. Now he's showing everyone what this 85 machine has. Here we go. Final lap. Darnell Matthew coming to the line. And I think he's not going to have a problem at all. The 85 machine is going to win here at South Boston. So great job for Darnell Matthew. Started about mid-pack. Really drove that car up to the front. And now is going to have a solid effort to show for it. So congratulations to Darnell Matthew, winner of the 2nd race of this season. Everyone else is finishing up the event. Let's take a look at your final race results as they run at the end of this one. Darnell Matthew led the most laps, so he's going to get a bonus point along with the regular bonus point he would have gotten. Henrietta Fitzwater follows in 2nd, followed by Christian Mizdrack, Eric Heiden, and Dom Capps. Noah Oscarino was in 6th place, followed by Isaac Sinclair, who lost a couple positions. Justin Yee, another poor run. Dylan Young, 5 laps off the pace. And Zachary Fitzwater was the only car that failed to finish. Here are your point standings. Henrietta Fitzwater is up to the points lead with 17 points. Darnell Matthew has picked it up to 2nd place in points. Dylan Young following to 3rd. Then Sinclair, Mizdrack, Heiden, Capps, Fitzwater. Then you got some drivers having some trouble down there like Oscarino and Yee. So they will have to try and pick it up as we head to our next venue. It will be at the Green Valley 540. So that should be a very interesting track. Only road course on the schedule. We will see you then. And until then, have a good one.